guys are well, man. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are well, man. It is Thursday. I am Luther, and this is Man United Central. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. As I mess up my camera here, there you go. I think, I think that looks all right. All right, people. You know, there we are. We are getting closer and closer to another game. All right. We're getting closer and closer to another game, people. Listen, it is exciting. It's always exciting, man, when we're getting closer to another game because you know what? It's another chance for our boys to show us what they've been working on the entire week. All right. They have a whole week. It's a chance for them to show us what they've been working on. Right? People, if you haven't done so already, make sure you smash the like, hit the subscribe button, and welcome on board, man. Yeah, a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. All right. Ruben Amorim. He's going to bring the joys back again. We're going to support him from the Stretford end. All right. That's what we're going to do. So he had his press conference. I haven't yet heard the embargo bits, but from what we got from the first part of the interview, you know, he came out feeling, looking very positive, buoyant, confident, right? He came out saying, "Listen, man, I think we got this. I think the boys they're looking decent." So we're gonna go into some of those quotes and check them out and see what we can get from that. And of course, he did respond to Cristiano Ronaldo. Listen, Cristiano Ronaldo, he had to say a few words to our boss. And of course, the reporters had to ask him, be like, yo, what do you think about Cristiano Ronaldo's comments? Right? So we're going to jump into those and see what he said exactly. All right? Now, basically, if you haven't heard, now listen, I haven't yet watched the Piers Morgan Ronaldo's interview. I'm a disgrace. I should definitely check it out. But busy, man, working, and sometimes you just don't have time. But it's on my to-do list. I'm gonna check it out. I know it's gonna be a good watch, a good listen, and stuff like that. So we'll get to that, right? We'll get to that. But yeah, in the next 48 hours, it will be United, Tottenham, right? We're playing away, people. All right, we are playing away. Now, of course, our away form, it is not the greatest. It is not the greatest. But we're hoping to go to Tottenham and give them, a reminder of who we are. Now, the only thing we need to remind ourselves is Tottenham have actually beat us, I think, 4 times last season. So, I mean, we do owe him a proper, good old-fashioned, payback, with Tottenham. So, yeah, we got that. First one through the gate, Alex. What's going on, Alex? Hope you are good, man. Oh, you mean repeat what happened in the final? Listen, Alex. Alex, man, good to see you, first of all. Hope you're well. Happy Thursday, or happy Friday Eve, or, yeah. But listen, man, one thing I got to say is, I believe in our players, all right? They have a professional pride in them. So they're not going to allow to go again and be humbled, embarrassed, and put through the mud by Spursy. It's Spursy we're talking about here, right? It is Spursy we're talking about. It is Tottenham we're talking about here. It is not Manchester United, right? It's Spursy. So we should go out there. Really, we should be confident, but of course we're not, because the last couple of times Spursy have done their job. All right. I mean, we were Spurs in the final. Yeah, pretty much. Alex, on point. We were. We truly were. We are United. We're supposed to be the ones. When it comes to finals, we show up and do the job, but yeah, we didn't. So this is redemption season. This is their redemption time. This is there's another chance to show that we are not the same team, right? I mean, we're the four times in one season. I know, brother. I know, but something has to change, man. Something has to change. But listen, let's see what Ruben Amorim said, man, in his press conference. I know he said a lot of stuff, right? He said a lot of stuff. Uh, one of the things he was talking about. Let's move this here. He did talk about the number of goals conceded. He said, "Listen, it's a problem, especially if you see the league nowadays. The team winning lots of games is not surrendering goals. Arsenal. I'm waiting for you, Alex. Right? The team winning a lot of games, they're not considering a lot of goals or shots on target. And that is a big it's a big game, especially when you have talented players, right? In one opportunity, you can score a goal and win the game. So if you're not conceding a lot of shots, you're not conceding a lot of games, then in one opportunity, you can get the goal in, right? Arsenal again, right? So you continue to say, listen, but I think it is more a team thing. Okay, we need to defend better. We need to be more aggressive, and we defend better when we have more energy, right? Now he continues saying, listen, we have a lot to do and cannot suffer the amount of goals we are suffering, which we need to improve, right? Dude, we go to Tottenham, we cannot concede first of all, because that will kind of mess us up. Yeah, mentality has changed, but man, he hasn't changed that much. Right? He hasn't changed that much. But if we concede first, Tottenham again, it's very interesting. Tottenham home record is terrible. Home form is terrible. All right. So we're gonna go in there uh, hoping to get something because their home record is bad. But at the same token, Man United's away record is shambolic. So it's one of those that's very interesting scenario that we're in here. Two teams both need to win, right? And both, if you look at our records, right, away we're not good. At home, we looking good. Tottenham, again, their away record is good. At home, terrible, right? So yeah, we have a chance, man. We can nick it. We can do it, right? That being said, we have to go in there with a sense of belief that it can be done. Ruben Amorim says, I think we are more confident going to this game. We believe more that we can win any game, and we prove already that we can win any game. True, i.e., Liverpool, Anfield, right? That was our one. I'm sure he's going to continue referencing that game for a while, because we went out there, nobody expected us to win. But again, on our day, we can get the job done. All right. So he continues saying, listen, the last game was tough on us, but in some moments, that was Nottingham Forest, right? Some moments we weren't the team we were supposed to be in every minute. And compare that against Brighton, it was a different thing, right? Again, we dropped our standards, our energy went down, and we lost our way, right? Considered two crazy quick goals, which is ridiculous, should not happen, right? And Ruben Amorim said, listen, they have been they looked at all that, they've been working on that, all right? Yeah, so it's one of those. And this is very interesting too. Spurs have lost 3 and drawn 1 in their last 4 home games, while United look confident away from home. Perfect chance to extend that poor run of form. Tottenham's danger comes from the wings. We know that, right? But if our fullbacks stay compact, we can control the game. Spurs also make costly defensive mistakes, which could open the door for us, right? A win, basically, a win will send United second in the Premier League table and a strong message to everyone that we will be on the race for Europe this season, right? It's one of those, man. Now, this is according to Manchester United Forever on X. That's what he wrote. I think it was very well written paragraph there, kind of breaking down what we are going to deal with. Jake Obridge, super leads. Jake, what is going on, man? Welcome, Jake. Good to see you. Welcome. Listen, it doesn't matter. You may be leads or not. All right. It's so good, man. All right. It's so good. It's so good. Don't worry about it. You guys will never, ever get to our level. All right. So, but it's good to have you here, though. My name is Luther. This is Man United Central. You are mostly welcome here. Good vibes. We talk about football. All right. We engage, banter, all that good stuff. All right. We'll never lead anything. Exactly. Alex, get on it. Get him. Let him know what's what. Right. All right, man. Ruben Amorim continues saying, listen, he was talking about the two of our players that we signed this summer who have been, like a huge catalyst on how we as a team function because of their energy they give to the team, right? Leeds will always be just like a Luther hairline in receding. Come on. Okay, Alex. All right. I like it. No, man, my hairline is all right. It's a work in progress. Alex, my hairline is a work in progress, man. Don't worry. One of these days I'm gonna just come bold, man. But yeah, that's funny as hell. I like it. I like it though. So listen, Ruben Amorim said, listen, man, these two players, Mbeumo, Cunha, they've been honestly a breath of fresh air, right? Because these guys coming to our team, they bring in this mentality of, let's go to work, give me the ball, let's be direct, let's be a menace, right? Alexa, cancel. Right? So let's be a menace. Okay. Like Ruben Amorim said, listen, Cunha is a maverick. Okay. He has an aura that can do something to the opponent's head. Right? You face Cunha, you just like I think Rio said, listen, Cunha is one of those players that he plays football as if you owe him some money or something, right? Right? Ruben says Brian is really direct. All right, you can sense when the ball is going to our defender that he is already running. So when the ball goes to our defender, Mbeumo is already positioned to take off because he knows what he needs to do direct. Cunha is a maverick, So those characters, those two, to talk about, those two are crucial for our team, right? So yeah, huge, big personalities, big additions to our team. Alex is saying, aren't we losing a lot of players to AFCON? Yeah. But the thing is, it's not really a lot, but we're losing key. All right. It's not about the volume, it is the key. All right. The players who are actually delivering, we're going to be losing those. So, but again, like in American football, they say next man up. By us losing those players to AFCON, it gives another player a chance to step up. Shea Lacey. Apparently, he has been, Ruben Amorim has been taking a close, like hands-on approach on Shea Lacey's development, right? And I could see when it comes to the youth team coming to the first team, Shea Lacey is one of those that, he most likely is going to be the next one to come on board. But as far as AFCON, yeah, we're going to be losing Bumo. We're going to be losing Ahmad Mazraoui. Of course, Cornet, he just came back from injury. He's not really part of the first team. But the big piece we're going to be missing on that right hand side is obviously Mbumo and Amadinho, right? So we're going to miss those guys big time. But again, it's another chance for someone else to step up, right? Maybe it could be one of those. I know Kobe Mainoo, he's still kind of talking about leaving Man United, maybe on loan. That way he can get some game time. That way he can make his way or force his way into that England national team, right? So for example, those boys going to AFCON, maybe you do something like Bruno, you move Bruno to one of the tens positions, right? And then Kobe Mainoo comes on in that midfield to partner Casemiro, right? So that kind of covers Bumo's. And then obviously on the right hand side, you do have Diogo Dallo. He can play on that right hand side. And then we have, of course, the likes of with Dogu on the left hand side. So that can work. Oh, Shea Lacey comes in. I don't know where he's going to play him. So in those couple of games, we're just going to have to figure it out. But again, Ruben Amorim did say, this is something that we planned for. They knew that it's coming. It's not really a surprise. So we'll be all right. All right, we'll be all right. So Ruben Amorim says, listen, in the last match, we had problems in the box because outside the box, we allowed them to cross without pressing, right? We have worked on those details during this week. So pay attention, people. Pay attention in those details because they have worked on them. Now, our boy is going to be focused enough to make sure they don't repeat the same mistakes. We shall see because listen, the whole week he has been drilling them on this. All right. Again, Ruben Amorim said in the last match, we had problems in the box because we let them cross outside the box. We allowed them to cross outside the box. So we have to deal with that. Right. Sally, what's going on, brother? How are you? Hope you're well. Happy Thursday, Sally, man. I hope you had a fantastic day, brother. All right. We're getting closer and closer to the game. How are you feeling, man, inside? Are you excited? Are you worried? All right. Let me know. Let us know. Let everybody know how you're feeling. Did you watch the Ruben Amorim interview? What did you get from it? Is it waffle or you got some good info on there? All right. Amorim said exactly what I was saying. You talking about the box defending or what part? What part? Dude, listen, Sally, I gotta give it to you, man. You know your stuff. All right. You know your stuff. You've made some very important observations. And sometimes you gotta give people their flowers, man. All right. People, Sally deserves flowers. Can I do flowers over here? Can I do? Let me see. Wait. Wait. I think I'm trying to figure something out. There you go. Flowers. There you go. Sally Flowers. All right. Yeah, people, welcome, man. Make sure you smash the like, people. Smash the like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Yeah. Let's continue with Ruben Amorim's press conference reaction. What did he say? He did it with I don't remember him. I think, he was asked about the injuries. Right. So right now, the only injury that we have is really Licha. But if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, Licha, of course, is not 100%. He's been training with the first team. So the question is he going to make bench in this Tottenham game? I don't see it. I don't see that happening. Right. So again, guys, you know what? Over here, today, we're going to have to do your predicted lineup, all right? Because, again, we're doing the preview, so give us a predicted lineup based on what you heard from the boss, right? Sally saying that we allowed them to play without any pressure, not in just those crossing moments. The energy levels were worlds apart from the previous game. All, but yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Here you go, man. Here you go, Sally. He gets the flowers. All right, on point, good observation. Listen, that's what's up. Yeah, the manager, he did say that. And again, so Sally, in this Tottenham game, the manager said, listen, we had the whole week, they've been working on this. So let's see if they're going to apply that in the game, or if we're going to see the same mistakes again, right? Yeah, but it's interesting that obviously, most of these things, right? People who have that eye, they can see those errors here and there, kind of thing. And obviously, the manager notices it well because we conceded goals based on exactly what Sally said, right? Ruben Amorim, on the amount of goals Man United are conceding this season, it is a problem, especially if you see the league nowadays. The team winning lots of games is not suffering goals, all right? I.e., Arsenal, for example, or shots on target, right? Because I think in that Nottingham Forest, we considered like 16 shots on target. So that's kind of ridiculous. And especially, he says, when you have talented players, in one opportunity, you can score a goal and win the game. Again, set piece FC, Arsenal. They don't consider a lot of goals. They defend very well. And then, boom, they nick it, you know? So I think that's what he was talking about there. He continues to say, listen, but I think it is more a team thing, right? We need to defend better. We need to be more aggressive. We defend better when we have more energy, right? We have a lot to do and cannot suffer the amount of goals we are suffering, which we need to improve, right? That's what he said. Winning the second ball approach is the best thing Amorim has done since becoming manager. Yo, that is, you know what? I was thinking about that too. The last couple of games, right? That's a big. If someone tells you what have you noticed differently ever since Ruben Amorim came, is those second balls, right? That's a very good observation again. Last game out of 4 is the only one we weren't tenacious. Yeah, and again, that is that energy. When the energy drops, then we're not that on their faces, And yeah, so that's very true. Alex Wang says Stella Baleba is coming, or we would go down 1-0 like we did in the final. Listen, Alex, man, we're not going to lose this game. I don't know what you're talking about, Alex. All right, we're not going to lose this game. Simple as that. I think this is going to be like we're going to have a good Saturday. All right, we're going to have a good Saturday. Simple as that. We're going to have a good Saturday because we cannot afford to go out there, all right, and be handed another loss. Ruben Amorim did speak about losing in the Europa League final, right? He said, listen, if you ask me whether I'd rather be here with a trophy in the Champions League with more money and more players, of course, I'd say yes. Basically, he was asking, listen, is it better now that you are only playing once a week? Or, or do you wish that you had won the final, right? Yeah, so that's why he answered. He said, listen, if you ask me whether I would rather be here with a trophy in the Champions League with more money, of course, 100 million. Man, can you imagine what we could have done with that 100 million from Champions League qualification? Wow. Yeah, of course. So he said, yeah, of course, more money and more players. Of course, I would say yes, but there's another side to it. Having more time to train, understand your players, and prepare for the future. That is a good point too, because had we won that final, yeah, we're still going to be like, yo, it's Spursy, we smash them. But we may not have had enough time for Ruben Amorim to implement that, winning the second balls and implementing his style for the players to actually understand what they need to do, right? So it's one of those could be a blessing in disguise not having Champions League or these extra games because the players are actually understanding what Ruben Amorim wants. But it's kind of crazy because in the Nottingham Forest, you saw Ruben Amorim shouting at Dalot, telling, yo, basically telling him where he needs to be. So it's kind of crazy that, they have a whole week of training, but some of these players still don't know where they need to be positioned in a game. So it's kind of mad. Look, we finished 1-0 in our opener. Yeah, I hear what you said about the 1-0. This game, man, with Tottenham, I think it has goals in it. So I don't think it's gonna be like that. Sully saying against Forest, if a player made a mistake, they showed frustration towards each other. Yep. In previous games, it was some encouraging that was the key difference for me against the Forest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now that you pointed it out, I'm remembering that. Like it kind of their faces and the body demeanor, it kind of reminded us, the old, last season United, like you're all frustrated. Come on, trying to, be all fussy instead of just be like, listen, let's continue to play. Let's go ahead and win the ball back. Let's keep fighting. So I hear you. Alex says Stilla, Guehi, and Balabes. Listen, it's good and all, but I don't know if we're going to sign anybody in Jan, man. I really hope we do, because all the talk that Wilcox has been putting out there, I hope they put their money where their mouth is, right? Yeah, let's see what else did Ruben say. There was another interview he did on BN Sport. He was asked about Kobe Mainoo. He says, listen, of course, everybody's talking about Kobe Mainoo. He needs to be playing. But again, if you play Kobe Mainoo, the manager already said, yo, Kobe Mainoo, actually, I see him playing in a Bruno position. Bruno is never going to get injured. So that means what? Kobe Mainoo doesn't play. So anyway, that's one thing. And Ruben Amorim said in this latest interview, he said, listen, I see Kobe Mainoo training today, and he deserves to play. But then I have to take one guy out that is not playing really well, right? So how are you going to do that? Basically right now, who are you going to take out and bring in Kobe Mainoo, right? It's one of those very interesting. Imagine if you could get them three in our January transfer window. Alex, I only wish, brother. I only wish. Because Guehi, he will not really make a huge difference because our back three, ideally, a back three to me will be Yoro, De Ligt, and Licha, right? That's back three. So even if you bring Guehi right now, who does he replace? Right? Now, when Maguire leaves, then, in the summer, we're looking good. And Guehi right now is not going to move. He's going to leave on free. And apparently, Man United, they're trying to hijack the deal because Guehi was linked to be going to Liverpool. So we're trying to hijack that deal. Of course, Guehi will be a heck of a defender to get. Because, again, reports are saying we're going to bolster our midfield, and we're also going to bring in a center back, right? And again, securing the services of Guehi for free, boy, oh boy, that would be nice. But yeah, Balabes still, but Elliot Anderson looks like he's one of those that they really like right now. Imagine if you could get, yeah. Sully saying, as long as they show they are together and end up and up for it, that's what I want to see every game despite results. Sally, I know, right? Because I don't know who said that. I don't know if it was Phil Jones. I don't know, Sally. Did you watch that interview? The one with Jason Wilcox. I forgot the name of the podcast. I think it was Phil Jones. Was like, listen, our fans. It's very simple. You go out there and fight and leave everything on the field, even if you lose. These fans, us, we will back you because we know you are fighting, right? People love Cunha and Boomer because these guys are constantly fighting, man. Like they give you levels up here all the time, right? So what Sally's saying here, yeah, as long as they show their we see the interaction and stuff like that, you can see this team is together, right? There is a lot of relationships building. The other day I saw Luke Shaw and Cunha. That there's a bromance going there. Like there's a lot of love in the team, right? Which is good. But we need to see that fight more on the field, fighting for each other because they know they're in the battle together, right? The battle to get that win, the battle to make sure, listen, by the time they exit that field after the game, they're clapping the fans will clap back, they'll continue singing because they know they left everything on the field, right? I found a bunch of those players that he was talking about are on their way out on loan. Okay, so, yeah, I've watched Phil Jones despite the jokes. If it wasn't the injuries, I mean, he was a good defender. He was a good defender. I enjoyed that interview, honestly. I enjoyed that interview because again, you seeing someone else talking. That's what I love most about that interview, honestly. Alex is saying that, but if we're going to get him on a free, that means we don't need to pay his wages if he's on a free. No, we're gonna pay his wages, dude. See, whenever we sign a player on a free, right, it's not really free because you're gonna pay those agent fees. All right. So you're not gonna go, say for example, right now we want to bring in Elliot Anderson. The price they're quoting us is 100 million, which is ridiculous. He's not worth 100 million, right? So you would pay 100 million for Elliot Anderson, and then you're gonna pay obviously his wages and his agent fees, right? Because agents always get their cut, right? So with him being a free agent, right now you're not going to play Crystal Palace, McGuehi. You're not going to pay Crystal Palace that transfer fee because he is free. So he comes for free, but agents' fees will be higher. So you may pay, I don't know, maybe 15 million or something like that for agent fees. And then, of course, you're going to give him his salary. Now, of course, what we've done with most of our players that we have signed so far is no one is getting over like 200 uh, over 200K or something like that a week. So he has to agree to get under 200K, and of course he needs to agree that he's going to come regardless of Champions League football. He needs to come in wanting to fight for this badge like all the other recruits that we have had. And that's our new policy on how we approach when it comes to signing players. um, yeah, Alex is saying, but if we're going to get him, okay, cool. Yeah. Literally, he was Harry Maguire before Harry Maguire. Yes, man. Dude, every time I see Phil Jones, that header, this dude, yo, man. Phil Jones, the way he was, that one tackle, he put his head right there on I forgot the match who were playing. He put his head right on the ground, man. And that picture is classic. Yeah, man. I like Phil Jones, and I didn't know his ball knowledge is pretty good. He really knows his stuff, right? He speaks well. He looks chilled, and I'm glad that in doing their thing. Do you see the report that they are not going to let Real Madrid play at Anfield anymore? I did not see that, but that won't work. I think it's fake news. Uh, listen, if you're in the Champions League, you don't have much choice of where you're going to play. All right. You play, home and away kind of thing. So it's one of those. But yeah, let's talk about this Cristiano Ronaldo's criticism about a miracle. Speaking on Piers Morgan Uncensored, where he discussed several issues, including possible retirement, Ronaldo commented on Red Devils' situation under Ruben Amorim, emphasizing that a miracle cannot happen at Old Trafford. Amorim, doing his best, said Ronaldo. What are you going to do? Miracles? Miracles are impossible. We say in Portugal, miracles are only in Fatima, right? If you speak Portuguese, let me know what Fatima is, right? He continues saying that, listen, you are not going to do miracles. Even the players, Manchester United have good players, but then some of them don't have the mind what is Manchester United. So he's saying, listen, some of these players that they have don't have that mindset of what is Manchester United. Listen, it's one of those, when Cristiano said that, I'm like, yo, who are you talking about? Right? Because the players that are still here from when he was here is what, man, Luke Shaw, Maguire, Bruno Fernandes, Diogo Dallo. I mean, so who is he really referencing here? Saying that they don't have that Man United mindset, right? But anyway, so Ruben Amorim, he continued. He said that, listen, uh, he said he knows. Cristiano knows he has a huge impact in everything he says. Now, listen, it's so funny. I forgot that Ruben Amorim and Cristiano Ronaldo, they did play together in Portugal national team. I forgot about that. But yeah, so anyway, Ruben Amorim said he knows he has a huge impact in everything he says. That's what Ruben Amorim said. So what we need to do, according to Ruben Amorim, what we need to do is focus on the future. All right. We know what we, as a club, made a lot of mistakes in the past, but we are trying to change that. Okay. So let's not focus on what happened. All right. Again, Ruben Amorim, he's not saying, "Yo, man, whatever he's talking is rubbish, whatever." He acknowledged we made mistakes, but we are changing, and we see with the likes of Wilcox, the way he's talking, we're having more people talking. I'm hoping that it's not only when we are, doing good. That's when everybody comes out, want to put in speeches out there to talk. But even if when we're, in the mud, they should still come out and talk to the fans, right? Because the fans deserve to hear from the leadership and to hear what they're doing to get us back to the mountaintop, right? So Ruben Amorim said, listen, let's focus on what we are doing now. And we are doing that, okay? We are changing a lot of things in the structure, the way we do things, that we want the players to behave. We're doing that, and we are improving, okay? So let's focus on the way we are doing things. We are improving. So let's continue and forget a little bit about the past. All right. All right. So that has been the biggest issue that Ruben Amorim has been facing with our team. That whole mentality, whenever we consider goal, yeah, everything is out, they start capitulating because they keep on thinking in the past, whenever we consider goal, that's it, man. It's over. We're done. So telling us, yo, let's not focus on the past, man. Alex said, did you see the report that they go, okay, so that Alex said, that's like UEFA a ruling, I believe. Yeah. I don't know. Alex, I don't know how UEFA can rule that Real cannot play at Anfield anymore. What was the reason? I mean, from what I hear, if they've drawn together, they won't let them play at Anfield. Yo, Alex, I don't know about that, man. Because what did they? Was there a fight that happened that we didn't see? It's kind of strange. I didn't see anything that to warrant that those kind of drastic type of moves. Say, oh, you know what, you're not going to play um, uh, Anfield anymore. Um, Sally is saying, other than playing Bruno and Casemiro, which is on the manager, mentality and togetherness is players and in players has been our biggest issue for a long time. Yeah, I agree, and that's also one thing that even Wilcox mentioned. Right, they've been working on that. Right, having them spend more time together. You know, build that family culture, right? Because that's what Ruben Amram built at Sporting, right? Because if you are a family, you're going to fight for each other regardless, you know? And I think we're slowly having that because at that Liverpool win, you see the likes of Xerxes, he didn't play, but he was just as happy to see his teammates, excited. They're all together, right? So it looks like it's coming. It's coming. And once we have that, I think will be all right, right? But yeah, and I see what you're saying. That yeah, the mentality and togetherness in players has been yeah. These guys haven't won anything. Where is the hunger? Yeah, and that's another thing too. If you bring in the likes of Cunha, Mbumo, right? These guys you can see they bring the hunger, right? They bring the hunger. So you bring in that the different dynamic in the team that can help to pull up these guys, right? Same thing with Sheshko, Senna Lamens. You know, you have guys like that who want to win something for this club, who want to be part of history. You know, this will help the team, right? So again, recruitment is very important, right? Because if you do bring more of these players in the team, the fight will come, right? Of course, they have to want to fight for the badge first because no one is bigger than the club, and you eliminate that, and then everybody knows. Listen, we're here to win things. This is Manchester United. Bare minimum, you got to come out with a trophy each season, right? You may not win the league, but you got to come with a trophy, man. So even this time around, FA Cup, bare minimum, mate. Okay. Ruben, Ruben, bare minimum, get the FA Cup, man. All right. Once a week, mate. Once a week, you should be able to use that to our advantage. All right. Get that cup. It will build already. Like we see by winning those three games, like he built this huge confidence in the team. So yeah, get us a trophy, man. Um, Again, you'll build a lot of confidence in the fan base as well. Um, Ruben Amorim says Manchester United are a different team since losing the Europa League final. We're a better team. We understand the game better. We are playing with different confidence. All right. Uh, Brian Robson, come on. He's saying on Ruben Amorim. He's saying that listen, the manager needs 3 years to sort of get the team where he wants them to be. All right, Robo himself, he's endorsing the manager. All right, Matthias Cunha is a maverick. He has an aura that can do something to opponents' heads. All right, it's Matthias Cunha, man. What a bowler. Um, Ruben Amorim said, listen, man, we cannot forget we have a lot to improve. We are more prepared for anything to happen in a game this time around. Okay? But we also know that we have a lot to do and improve to win more these kind of games and consistently win. All right. We are capable of and confident, but sometimes struggle in games that we need to do better. All right. Sally saying our game results always depend on players having an attitude of I want the ball and I am gonna move it. Yeah, he did say also like some of these games, the reason we have a different profile of players is sometimes, yeah, you may need luck, you may have to play well, but you also need to have those profile players who, they just want, give me the ball. I'm gonna do something with this ball, right? Cunha and Bumo, those kind of guys, right? Those kind of guys could be the X factor to get us winning. There's a link to the article. Uh, Alex, drop it in the Discord, man. Drop it in the Discord. Um, and then we can check it out. That's interesting. I mean, I haven't heard anything about that. What is the source of the link? Because I can put a link out there. All right, Sally over here can generate a link, and Sally can yeah, he knows his stuff. All right, and then he can post it out there, and the thing can go viral. You know, uh, football according to Sally. That is the name of his channel. Sally, man, you need to do something, man. YouTube channel, whatever, do your thing, man. Do your analysis and stuff like that. Let me know if you need any help, pointers. I'm not an expert, but I can help out. So hit me up. Like Ahmad had a selfish game, great goal, but I didn't like the overall teamwork in that game. You really, second half, I think Ahmad played better. Right at one point, of course, his defending was not all that, of course, from that goal. And I did not know that Ahmad and Gibbs White, I think they're the same height. For some reason, I thought Gibbs White was taller. But yeah, those kind of things. But again, you have Ahmad in the game, not for going in attack. And says, listen, I think we manage the game better now. We can change from moment we are struggling. Also, because we have players who can change that for us. Yeah. The individual can help us. Cunha, Bumo, those kind of guys. If you look against Nottingham Forest, we controlled, we controlled in the first half, but the energy, you can sense it was not the same, and that's something you could watch at the start of the game. So he believes that, listen, at the start of the game, Ruben Amorim believes that he can always tell what kind of game he's going to have from the way we start the game. So, yeah, we need to start the game with more energy, right? Like Ahmad said, yeah, in terms of communication, players avoided it completely. That's why it went that way. Good point. Good point. And I'm sure, like, listen, Sally, whatever you noticed, it's definitely going to be pointed out. All right. Yates was key in our last loss, and this loss against Forest goes unnoticed. There you go. Yeah. Definitely. Facts. Absolute facts, my man. Absolute facts. But yeah, listen, so Sally, Alex, everybody, give us your predicted lineup for this game, man. Give us your predicted lineup for this game. All right. Do you expect any changes? I know there was some criticism on Sheshko. Is he going to be dropped? What do you think? Is Sheshko going to be dropped? Is he going to make any changes for this game? Let me know. People, drop your predicted lineup. Drop your score prediction. All right. And make sure you smash a like. Hit the subscribe if you haven't done so already. People, we're happy Douglas Luiz went off, but Yates coming on changed the game. Yeah, definitely. Yates was yeah, it's true. I was worried about Douglas Luiz, but again, it's one of those like, okay, one profile comes out and then someone else like Yates comes in and gives us a problem, So it's kind of crazy. So I'll go first, man. My lineup is gonna go like this, man. Of course, the number one is always gonna be Senna Lamens. I think the back three will stay the same. I don't think it's gonna change it. I know some people say Luke Shaw should be dropped, but yeah, no, ain't gonna happen. Luke Shaw starts. Matthias de Ligt, our best defender, the best defender in the league right now. I don't care what anybody says. Drop in the chat if you believe there's any better defender out there right now in the league. Maybe even in Europe. Maybe even in Europe. Let me know. So Matthias de Ligt and then Lenny Yoro, let him start. All right. That's my back three. Of course, Ahmad on that right wing back. Midfield two, you can't change it. Casemiro, Bruno. Now on the left hand side, I would bring in Dogu, left wing back, right? But our boss may bring his cousin. I think Dogu starts this game. I think Dallo is going to be benched. So Dogu starts. Of course, 2 10s is going to be Cunha and Bumo, right? Up top, I think it's going to be Manny Mace. I think Mason Mount starts this game and Sheshko holds bench. Is it the right thing to do? No. Ideally, I want to start Sheshko, but Ruben likes Mason Mount's profile, what he gives you. So he may, I'm thinking he's going to start Manny Mace up top. Let me know if you agree, man. That's my lineup. But yeah, in terms of communication, it's so Yates, yeah, people, yeah. Only position in debate is Sheshko Mount. There you go. All right. No one else will change. I know, right? It's very true. Because in a way, that is kind of our best 11, right? So, yeah. But also on that left hand side, man. So you think Cousin is gonna start? Cousin Dogu? Even though Dogu, no, I mean Cousin Dallo. Dallo did not have a good game, man. The same thing as Sheshko. Sheshko did not really have a good game. That's why you think like, you know what, he may say, yeah, dude, hold bench for now. I'm gonna start Money Mace, and then you come in. Obviously, he's gonna come in, but I think that's the only change he would really make, right? Yeah, but again, the Tottenham team, it has a lot of injuries. I cannot think of the team right now, but we need to come up with a different way to handle Tottenham. I don't know. Thomas Frank is not really a low block guy. I'm hoping that he comes out. He directs him to come out and play football, and then we'll have a little bit of joy. But if Tottenham sits back and low block, we're going to have a tough time. But again, lately, set piece FC, it has been us. We've been able to score some of those goals. So listen, I think if we score one goal via set piece, whatever, is going to force Tottenham to come out, and then we can have that joy and maybe go along if Sheshko comes in, that kind of thing. Let me know what you guys think the game is going to go. Sally, only position. Yeah, Cousin Dalot was only dropped by Ole. See that? Man, it's Cousin Dalot. There's something about him. A lot of these managers love the guy, and not really the managers at Carrington, they love the guy because he's a very good, he's a professional character. He gets along with everybody, Also, I don't know if he's part of the leadership group. I don't remember, but yeah, he trains well. He doesn't get injured. So it's one of those, man. But again, we'll need energy. The only thing is, but if you're not starting Sheshko, maybe Dalot, it may not be the worst thing. He starts because you don't need to ping crosses in the box. But even if Sheshko is there, we still don't do that, which is a disgrace, right? But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. Score prediction, Sally. Everybody, drop your score prediction, man. Drop your score prediction in this game. Are we getting a W? Or are we coming home with Cole? Right? Are we getting this win? I think we are. I think we are. It is. Yeah. Are we going to concede? Yeah, we're still going to concede. We are going to concede one goal, but I think we're gonna come out of there with a 2-1 win. That is my score prediction. All right, it's gonna be a 2-1 win, United. All right, 2-1 win, United. It's gonna be a 3-3 draw. Yeah, Sully, I've seen a lot of people predicting a draw. I don't think it's 3-3. That's a lot of goals, mate. I mean, if it's a draw, it's gonna be maybe 2-2. Maybe 2-2. Reports are saying that Tottenham's defense is kind of, it's not all there. They do have mistakes in them, so things may happen. But now we're not going to get a draw, man. Now, another thing is this, Sully. If we do get a draw at Tottenham, is that the worst case scenario? I mean, is it bad result? Let me know. Twisted Fate! What's up, what's up, what's up? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. Twisted Fate is saying 10-0 United. Yo, man, imagine we come out of there with like a 5-0 United. Smash them to bits. Oh, that'll be beautiful. Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. That will be a statement win. That'll be a statement win that, listen, this Manchester United side, we roll different right now. We're not the same one that you guys beat us 4 times, right? Ideally, if we win, we need to win like not like a sneaky 1-0 win, right? We need to go in and smash them. You know what I mean? You need to be like that. Smash them. So we'll see. We'll see. But from what we hear, man, the team is looking decent. Can't be entertaining. A draw or a loss. Intention to win is key. Oh yeah, yeah. And the thing is also, based on what we hear from the reports from Wilcox, everybody else, it looks like the team looks like they're focused on getting this win. So we're not gonna go there to get a draw. We're gonna go there full throttle to get that win, right? That dressing room before the game or during training, they're all focused on that. The likes of Luke Shaw really pissed them off, right? So, we get another chance. We get another crack at it. I know there's no trophy at the end of that, but yeah. People, smash a like if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button. We ain't Asna. We don't play for drawers. I listen. Twisted Fate. I know. We don't. We don't for sure. We're gonna go out there and do our thing, man. Twisted Fate, come on, man. You gotta give us your predicted lineup. Give us your predicted lineup, man. You heard mine. Lamens on goal. What's his name? Delict. Shaw, Euro, midfield, Casemiro, Bruno, Ahmad, Drogu, Cunha, Mbumo, up top, Mason Mount. I think he's going to drop your boy Sheshko. Same as Liverpool starting 11. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think, it's one of those, ideally, you should start that. But I think he has to change something. Cousin Dalot deserves to be benched. All right, especially with the news coming out that the cousins, he may want to put a point out there and say, hey, listen, man, he may be my cousin and all, but I'm gonna bench him because he didn't have a good game. How you doing? I'm gonna do yeah, man, dude, for real. Sally, yes. Saturday I don't have anything this weekend, so I am going to do that. So Sally, please join me. People, join us. Yeah, I'm gonna be here, man. Last weekend stuff popped up, I couldn't jump on, but yeah, I'm gonna be here for sure. So listen, people, let's see what tomorrow brings. All right, let's see what tomorrow brings. We're getting closer and closer. I want to see the embargo part of the interview. I want to see if he was he got some of these stronger questions and stuff like that about who's available and what is the game plan with Licha. Is Licha going to go to Argentina or is he going to stay on base? Sally, you saw that news like that, or Twisted Fate. You saw that news that they were thinking about for the international break to allow Licha to go and train with the Argentina national team. That way he has that physical training instead of him staying at Carrington. You know, I don't know what your thoughts on that. If you saw that, let me know. To me, that was like, listen, man, that's risky. Risky, yeah. If he comes off with no injuries, it's good because he's gonna go out there, get that, join the Argentina national team, get that really intense physical training. By the time, obviously, he's not gonna play any of the games, and then he comes back home. Come that Everton game, you have an Elicha who's more fitter if he stayed at Carrington by himself to train. Um, why not? He's not gonna be starting anytime soon or anytime. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point too. So he gets injured again. Yeah, I know Twisted Fate. I know, right? I saw that report. I was like, listen, you send him out there. If it works out, cool. But if you send him out there to train with Argentina national team, those guys are fit, they're training for an actual match, they may hurt, dude. And then what? Right? Have his butt stay at Carrington. He's not really in a rush to play anyway. Even when we come off the international break, yeah, he doesn't need to start the Everton game, right? Luke Shaw is doing good, so so he can come back, no rush, man. So yeah, I ideally let him stay at Carrington. Depends on what medical team suggests what stage he's in. Dude, Sally, the medical team cleared him to train with the first team. So right now he's doing intensive training with the first team, right? He's getting that intensive training. So United and the team, they're trying not to break that because of the international break, right? Because right now is intense with the first team, is going well, right? But if you break that for that time that where most of the players have gone on international break, it means now his training is going to drop that intensity. So they're worried if that intensity drops, then you have to pick it up when the team comes back. Because again, he's going to be really a Carrington by himself or with whatever other players that don't go. So yeah, he can train, but it's not going to be the same. Maybe better safe than sorry. I agree with you, Sally. Well, I'm gonna go see. Yo, Twisted Fate, everybody listen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you as always for being here. It's been an hour. You guys are rock stars. Thank you so much, man. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. People, stay blessed. Thank you for the support as always. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Sally, Twisted Fate, Alex, everybody. Peace out, guys. See you.